What's going on, guys? BootyClapper23 here, back at it again with another Counter-Strike video, and today we're going to be going over the best items that were traded up or unboxed in 2023. By the way, I stream at twitch.tv/Frankfurter, and I'm going to be going over to Europe in a couple weeks and meeting up with all kinds of Counter-Strike guys, so if you want to see some tomfoolery, definitely head over there and check it out. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Coming in at number 10 is the lowest float PP Bison Embargo. Sparkles did a Shattered Web case unboxing when he randomly pulled a 1 in a billion item, the second lowest float in the entire game, which just happened to be a StatTrak purple from an Operation case. It wasn't until after the unboxing that Sparkles realized what he had unboxed, and he promptly sold it for $6,000. This is easily the craziest low float unbox of all time, and it's definitely worth the number 10 spot on this list. The only bad part is the skin sucks ass. The 9th best item of 2023 was the number 1 Eye of Horus M4 508 float. Sparkles is back at it again with an absolute banger, crafting an Eye of Horus with a float 2 full digits lower than the number 2. This trade up could have resulted in the number 1 Dragon Lore, which would have been a little higher on the list, but this Eye of Horus is still insane, definitely better than the Scout Blood in the Water he was actually going for. Number 8 is Sparkles again, with another 508 M4. This time it's the number 1 Poseidon. This M4 is definitely a little cooler than the Eye of Horus because the Poseidon is older and the materials to craft it are a lot more rare and expensive. Truly unhinged that a Poseidon this low was crafted in 2023, and I'm guessing nobody will ever try to beat it again. Coming in at number 7 is the number 1 Talent Fade Quad 02. This one isn't necessarily super crazy until you realize the paint seed of this knife, 412, is the highest possible fade out of all 1000 patterns. Getting max fade on a number 1 float knife is completely ridiculous. Sadly, the Talon knife is kinda ass. This entry brought to you by the Flip Knife Gang. At number 6, we have the craziest Crimson Web knife to be unboxed in the last 5 years. This StatTrak Skeleton 0.06005 is the lowest float StatTrak Crimson Web of any knife by a wide margin. And being a skeleton, it's on one of the most desirable knives in the game, behind only the Karambit and Flip Knives. Number 5 is the last non-case hardened item on the list. Spanish gambling YouTuber By Tarifa hit this number 1 AK Wild Lotus in one of the most hyped trade-ups in the last few years. He spent months gathering skins to try a 10% trade-up to the number 1 Wild Lotus, and unbelievably, he actually hit it, creating the new number 1 with the Quad 09 float using some of the last materials in existence. I highly doubt this AK will ever get beat, and the fact that a Quad 0 was crafted before all the materials went extinct is truly insane. This definitely deserves its spot as the 5th best item to come out of 2023. Sliding in at number 4, we have an item that was crafted on the very first day of 2023, a .06 AK Case Hardened 661. This is one of the last factory new Scar pattern AKs that will ever be crafted, with the materials becoming more and more expensive as the years go by. This is the 9th factory new Scar to exist, and it definitely deserves the number 4 spot on this list. The 3rd best item to be unboxed in 2023 is this field-tested skeleton knife Case Hardened. Sporting a full blue playside, this 403 is worth well over $100,000. This is one of the most complete ocean blue patterns on any knife and has a special appeal among high-tier collectors, easily landing it among the top 3 items unboxed in 2023. Coming in at number 2, we have one of the most legendary items in CS, the full blue Karambit Case Hardened Pattern 387. Earlier in 2023, someone managed to unbox a .32 field-tested 387 Karambit worth at least $200,000. It was really hard to choose between this and the number 1, but I think placing this at number 2 will probably age well, unless it doesn't. Before we get to the number 1, I'd like to give some honorable mentions. Both of these were crafted by Sparkles. The number 1 AK Hydroponic, Quad 05, crafted with a 100% chance. My friend had the old number 1 AK Hydroponic, so I can't put this on the official list out of pettiness. The next honorable mention is the number 2 Op Desert Hydra, also crafted by Sparkles. He meant to craft the number 1, but he used the wrong float and got the number 2. I'm putting this here because he beat my friend's number 1 Hydroponic, and I want to point my finger and laugh. Finally, in the number 1 spot, we have the best item unboxed in 2023. While the field-tested 387 Karambit is nice, this blue gem is factory new and completely blue on both sides. Considering case-hardened items only have a 3% chance to drop in factory new, this 577 Nomad with a .04 float is absolutely insane. In my opinion, this is the best knife to be unboxed since the factory new 387 Karambit, and is definitely the best item to be unboxed in 2023. Time will tell if this knife has the same staying power as the field-tested 387, but a full blue case hardened knife in factory new will never be a bad item. Alright guys, that concludes the list of the best items from 2023. Leave a comment and let me know if you agree with this ranking. Be sure to pop into the stream over at twitch.tv/frankverta if you want to cash out your skins for Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, bank transfer, gasoline. I'll trade anything. Thank you very much for watching. I'm BootyClapper23 and I'm out.
One day you'll see me.